Hey everyone, this is Bremster, and this is a puzzle that I created a couple of weeks ago before things kind of went boom for me. And I'm finally getting around to recording my next Bremster unpublished puzzle video. So this puzzle hasn't been seen anywhere yet. I'll probably release it somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to release this to my unpub playlist. I haven't released a video there for a few months because life has been very hectic. So yeah, I don't remember too much about this, but I remember a couple of the main tricks. So we'll see how it goes. I thought this was a tricky but not too complex puzzle. So yeah. So, how does this one work? Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We've got green German whisper lines. On green whisper lines, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. We've got beige entropic lines. On entropic lines, any set of 3 sequential cells must contain a low digit, a middle digit, and a high digit. Low being 1 to 3, mid being 4 to 6, and high being 7 to 9. We've also got a single black dot, which must contain separate digits that are in a 1 to 2 ratio. So I'd had a few people turn around and say, you always make symmetrical puzzles. I like making symmetrical puzzles, but I wanted to go out on a limb and make something that was just all over the place, and this is that puzzle. So apologies to Euclid, is this one. So let's give this a, pardon me, shot. So, I do remember the break into this one because I often set puzzles by sort of thinking of an idea and trying to see if I can formulate it in my head. And this one I thought I'm pretty certain I did on this one. So I'm going to jump straight to it. If you want to solve it, link below and everything. So the break into this one, of course, is to do with the whisper line on the positive diagonal. And it's actually to do with this entropic line right here. Because if you think about this entropic line, this will have one entropy. And because of the way entropy works, I'm just going to temporarily color these. This will be one entropy, this will be another, and this will be another. Now, because any set of 3 digits along an entropic line must have the same a low, a mid, high, and I don't know whether yellow is low, mid, or high at this point, but these will be a set of 3, but this must be a set of 3, and this set of 3 is missing yellow, and this must be a set of 3, and this set of 3 is missing blue. So what and every third digit along an entropic line must be the same, because the two between it will need to extend in each direction and need the same sort of entropy to complete the set. Now, along a whisper line, however, you also have a form of high-low colouring, because you can never put a 5 on a whisper line. 5 lower is 0 or lower, 5 higher is 10 or higher, not valid. So, and because of the 5 difference, you will always leapfrog between high, low, high, low. So what you'll end up with is a situation where if you have a low digit, 1 to 4, the next digit will have to be 6 to 9, and then the next digit will be 1 to 4, and then the next will be 6 to 9. So while we've got entropic colouring along this line, we've also got high-low colouring along this line. And these two cells are causing a problem because they're in different entropic sets, but they're in the same high-low set. And how is that going to work? Well, they can't be, because they're in the same high-low from or polarity from the German whisper line, they can't be 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 from the entropic set, because then they wouldn't be the same high-low. So one of them has to be middle. But because of the German whisper line, the middle digit can't be a 5. So you're either going to have 6 in one of them with 7, 8, 9 in the other, or 4 in one of them with 1, 2, 3 in the other. Fine, no problem. So all we know is one of them is 4 or 6. But because of the whisper line, that can't be a 4 or a 6. Because if that was a 4 or a 6, what we would end up with is the only digit that is 5 away from 4 is 9. So if this was a 4, these would both be 9. And if this was a 6, the only digit that is 5 away from 6 is 1, and these would both be 1. So that can't be the middle digit, and that has to be the 4 or the 6. And that's the way this one works. Now, I'm going to get rid of the colouring here. if I can. Yep. So this becomes a 4 or 6, and these are both 1, 9 now. But this is a 4 or 6, so that is middle. I can count 3 along and make this 4, 5, or 6. Now this is 1, 9. But this is going to get a little bit resolved because I can't put a 9 on a black dot. This black dot is not a late game disambiguator like a lot of them I see. This I actually deliberately put in. I actually want to resolve this quickly. 9 would have a ratio of 4.5 or 18. Doesn't work. This is a 1. This is a 2. The only thing that is 5 away is a 6. So this becomes the 1. And I get the entropic coloring. This is now low. So this is 2 or 3. And on this entropic line, I can go 3 along, and this is 1, 2, or 3, which means this is low on this German whisper line. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and it can't be 2. On here, this is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm just doing I'm not using coloring. I'm just pencil marking all of the options. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't be 1. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, because I want to not get any coloring confused between the entropic and the whisper, because I've got a problem here. Because this is 1, 2, or 3 because of the entropic, but because of the German whisper, this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. If this was 1, 2, or 3, I'd have broken the entropic line. That's a 4. Both of those become 9, and now I've got even more information. So this is now broken. 1, 1, 2. Hang on, what have I done? No, this is 4, 5, 6. No, that's right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I forgot how to count to 3 is what I did. This has to be 1, 2, 3. This has to be 7 or 8 because it's 3 along the line. Now this German whisper line doesn't continue. I possibly should have reset this to make it clearer. This German whisper line stops here. I might do that before I release the puzzle if I remember. This is 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this will be, well, it can't be 4 anymore because the 4 is in the box. So 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, or 3. So this has to be from 5 or 6. This has to be from 5 or 6. They can't put a 6 onto a whisper line. That becomes the 6. That becomes the 5. On a whisper line, the only thing that is 5 away from the 6 is the 1. So there is no 1 here. This is low. Yeah, I think that's now done there. And yeah, I really liked the way this sort of started along this line. I'm still not sure. Okay, this I put 2, 3, 4 for the whisper line, but of course for the entropy line, these have to be different. So this becomes the 4, this becomes the 9. There's no 4 here. This is high, so 1, 2, 3. This is 7, 8, or 9. And this has to be 1, 2, or 3, and it can't be 2. Now, this is 5 or 6 because it is 3 away from 4, and this becomes 7 or 8. Okay, 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3. This is low or medium. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I actually might do this one with colouring. These 3 are the same. Not sure what they are yet, but those 3 are the same. So if this is a 3, this is a 3, because it can't be 1 or 2. Now, there is a bit going on here. Like, this is a full set of entropic, the same as this is a full set of entropic, because this is one of each, this is one of each, so this is one of each. This is one of each, so this is one of each, so these are one of each. And there's stuff like that going on all over the place as well. Like, this is one of each because there's one of each here and one of each here. Oh, this 4 makes this 3. Well, that'll do it. These are 1, 2, and 3. And this is the 3 as well. So that actually did that. All I had to do was pay attention. There's no 3 there. This is a 2. These are now from 7, 8, 9. That can't be a 9. This one can't be a 7 because it's next to a 3. There's no 6 here. Five, 6 pair. So 3 can't go in there. So 3 has to go in one of those two by Sudoku. So this becomes a 1. Maybe I do want to entropy color these. We'll find out. So this is middle or high, but I already kind of knew that. Is it starting to be this stuff? This is not 1. So this whisper line is almost completely resolved. That could be either. That could be either. 1 is down here, which does put a little bit of pressure on this line. Because I can't put a 6 here. I can't put a 6 on this line at all now. So 6 is down here. Yeah, not sure that that's that useful. 9 is in one of the corners. 3 is in here. Maybe I do need to color all the entropy stuff. That's low, that's low, that's low. So they're all low. 4s, 5s, and 6s are medium. I use green, and 7, 8s, and 9s are high. Use yellow. This is also low. So I've got a blue and a yellow in here. Don't know this has helped much. These are 2, 3, 7, 8. So this is 2, 7, 8. I do need to put a high in here. So there is going to be a 7 or an 8 along here, which will complete the run of highs. So none of these can be high. And I need to put a high in this box. That is high, that is low. So this is 1, 2, 3, and this is a 7, 8. There is a 3 in one of these two by the row, so this becomes a 2 and this becomes a 1, 3. The 1, 3 makes that a 2. Okay. All that from needing to put a high in here. So now I've got 3 lows and 3 highs. So both of these are medium. So those are 4, 5, 6. There's no 4 there. Now I've still got to put a medium in one of those. I've got to put a low in one of those. One can't go in there. 2 can't go in there. So I've got to put so there's a low in here, a low in here, and a low on here. And so because there's a low on here, only one on there and only one on there, there has to be one low in here. And it can't be 1 and it can't be 2. So there has to be a 3 in here. So there's a 3 right there, and that becomes the low. And there's a 1 on here, and this becomes the 1. Okay. I vaguely remember that trick. And these are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I could possibly do more because this isn't the 3 anymore. This is the 3. 1 is in one of those two, and it can't be on the entropic line. This is the 1 because it would put it right next to the 3. That puts 1 up here somewhere. So this is high. So it's 7, 8, 9. There's a 2 in here, and it has to be in one of those two. So this is, well, this is high. I don't know why I didn't color that. There's a 3 in one of those. This is 2, 7, or 8. So there is... oh, no, that's not a 2. This is the 2. And that's because of the 2 up here. And this is high. So now all of the lows are taken out of here. That could potentially be a 4. No, this can't be a 4 because... no, that could be a 4. No, it can't be a 4. So this can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9. And it can't be 6. So this is 7, 8, 9. So this is 7, 8, 9 because it can't be a 6. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I put 7 and 9 in there. Now this can't be a 1. This can't be a 4. So I've got the high low on this, but this is now high on entropy as well. These were marking whisper lines. So 1, 2, 3, this is high on entropy, so it's 7 or 8. And now I've got all the high entropies in here. This is low entropy. This is not 1 or 2, by the way. This is a 3, which puts a 3 up here somewhere. 2 is now 2, 2. So 2's not in any of those or there. This is the 2. So that gives me my extra low. The way I created this, by the way, is I first started with this long whisper line and then I created this and then I added the dot and then I started adding clues. I solved to that point and then I added clues based on what I'd discovered to that point and went, okay, what would that give me? What would this give me? And then I kept going. So I'm basically doing what I did before, but the clues are already here. So it's like, yeah, I've got extra stuff. Okay. So 6 is in here somewhere. I don't think that's... oh, this is not a 9. But this is on a whisper line. So that can't be a 7. That's an 8. So this can't be a 4 because it's on a whisper line, which means this is low for entropy. Now this can't be low on entropy because it sees 1, 2, 3, and it can't be high because it's next to high. So this is mid, so it's 4, 5, 6. This becomes the low, so it's 1, 2, 3, and it's not 1. So then we go 3 along. This has to be low for the entropy, which means it's not 6. This has to be mid for the entropy. So this is 4, 5, 6. And this is 1 because it sees 2, 3. And now I've got all of the lines colored except these ones. Now one of these is high, but I've got 2 high down here. So this has to be medium. So this is 4 or 5 because there's already a 6 in the row. These are a medium and a high. So 8 could go next to 2 or 3. 7 could go next to either. 3, 3, 3 is in one of those two. 2 is in one of those two. Two of these have to be high because but I can't make them those two or this would be broken. So this has to be high. So this is 7, 8, 9, giving me the 3 highs in the row. This becomes medium. So this is the 4, 5, 6, and this is the high, which is the 7, 8, 9, and it's not 9. This is 7, 8. That means this is the medium by row or entropy or however you want to do it. And this is high, which is 7 or 8. There is a 4 in one of those. This is now medium. So it's 4, 5, or 6. And that again is by entropy. Yeah. There'll be something. Unless I've broken the puzzle, which, let's face it, it's me. I could do that. I could absolutely do that. I think I've done all the whisper lines, so it's got to be Sudoku. Because, I mean, the only thing would be if this is a 7, this would have to be a 2. There's a 7 somewhere in here. So these are 4, 5, 6, and 7. There's no 5 here. Means 8 is in one of those two. Solving your own puzzles on camera can be embarrassing. Where does 6 go in this box? Because I can't put it there because of this 6. Yeah, 6 in this box. This is a 6, which means this is not a 6. 6 down here is now in one of those two. Nope. But these are 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. But this is now a 6. That 6 makes this a 5, this a 4, this is 6, this is a 5, so this is a 6, so this is not a 6. So now 6 is pointing here. This is not a 6, this is a 6. There you go. More 6 stuff. This 6 means this is not a 6. 6 is in one of those two. 6 is in one of those two. One of those three. These are 5, 7, 8, 9, but unfortunately there's no restriction. Well, where does 4 go in this box? This is the 4. So 4 is in here now, which means this is not 4. This is not 4. 4 in this column is now in one of those two. I didn't think I made it this tricky. Six is in here. And 2 is in here. So there has to be a 4 or a 4. Yeah, what is it? There's a 4, 5 with a 7, 8, 9. Which is not helping. We do know there's a 5 up here. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all that's missing because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not 6. It's not 8. So this is 7 or 9, which is high. Oh, this is high entropy. So this is not 7, 8, or 9 because I've got all the highs in the box. This is the 6. This is not the 6. This is the 6, which means this is the 2 and this is the high digit. There you go. Okay, this is a little trickier than I expected. But, you know, okay. So this is now the 5. Which takes 5 out of there, making these a 4, 7 pair. So there's no 7 there. This is now an 8, 9 pair. But wait a minute, this can't be 8. Why did I pencil mark 8s in there? I don't know why I pencil marked 8 in there. Was that a mistake? I think that was a mistake. Oh, did I use that? When did I do that? Ages ago. So I pencil marked 8s in there. I think it was a mistake, and I don't think I've used it because I haven't done anything on 8s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll forward to where I was and just remove those 8 pencil marks. Now this 4-7 makes this a 6, which is medium. And that 4-7 means that these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9, which means there is a 5 in here, which means this becomes the 5. I mean, this could be wrong. I may have just made a mistake. This is now the high digit, 7, 8, 9. So this is a high digit, 7, 8, 9. And it can't be a 9 because of the 9 in the box, because all that's missing from this column is 5, 7, 8, 9. And it couldn't be the 5 because the 5 is down here. So this is a 7 or an 8, which means I've got all of the high digits in here. Five in this row. There's a 5 in this, yeah, 5 has to be down here somewhere. So this 5 sees this one. That's the thing. So this is the 5. This is an 8, 9, which is yellow. This is green. And these are now both yellow because I've got everything else in the box. So this becomes a 7, 9 pair. This becomes the 8. This becomes the 7. There's no 7 there. There's no 7 there. 7 is now in here, which means this has to be the 7. Which means this is the 8, this is the 9, this is the 8, this is the 9. There's no 9 here. In fact, that's a 7 and that's an 8. That's a 7. This 9 makes this 8, which makes this 9, which makes this 8. The 8 makes this 7, which makes this 9, which looks down, making this 7 and this 9. There's no 7 or 9 there. This is 8, which looks up, making this 7, which makes this 8. This is all working so far. This is a triple now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no 2 there. There's no 4 there. So this is a low digit. This is a 2, 3 pair. So that becomes a 4, which is a middle digit. All that's missing from this column now, this 6 means that that's not the 6. This is the 6. This is the 4. This is a 1 or a 3, which is a low digit. These are, whoa, 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 whoa. I did it again. That's not the 6. This is a 1 or a 3. That is correct. I am. Whew. So, I still got to put a low digit in here, which will be a 2 or a 3, and the other one is going to be a 4. So there is a 4 in here. So it's 2, 3, and 4 is what I'm missing. But that's a 2, 3, 4 triple. So this is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, which is a middle digit. Terrible solving. 8 here means that this could be anything. This 2, of course, made this 3, which made this 2, which made this 3, which takes 3 out of those, the same as all of the other stuff did. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. There's no 9 there, so there's a 4, 5 pair. This becomes the 9. So this becomes the high digit. This becomes a middle digit. This 5 makes this a 4 and this a 5, which makes this a 4. The 4 looks over, making this 2 and 4. The 2 is a low. The 4 is a middle. This is now just a 3, which is a low digit. This is not a 3. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. This 5 tells this the 7 and this the 5. So this is the high digit. This is the middle digit. The 7 is going to make that a 4, which is a middle digit. And this is going to be a 7, which will be a high digit. And this should be a 4, and this should be a 7, and that is the solution to Apologies to Euclid. Apologies to you guys as well. I kind of dropped the ball in the middle of this one, but I really do like the way the entropy and the whisper lines work together, and it bounces all over the place. I do tend to do a lot of symmetrical puzzles, and this one wasn't one of those. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am going to try and find some time to set more often, but it's not happening right now. So Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.